Alright, y'all, this is Brother Hot Tip coming at you live and direct on Gye-Nyame Journey Radio. I am your host, Brother Hot Tip. This is, of course, right now, this is Tribal Quotes. We're going to get into it. We're going to conversate. We're going to talk. We're going to look at some of the news. Then we're going to get into the 3 Proverbs of the day. And of course, you know this is a Heart of a Simba production, where I strive to blow up your old paradigm. Alright, family, lines will be open at 9:15. You can hit me up at 614-556-4535. That's once again at 9:15, 614-556-4535. So here we go. Now let's go on down the timeline. Let's look at the news. Let's look at some news. Of course, I need everybody. Please, go to Gye-Nyame Journey on Facebook, facebook.com. That's our page. You can stroll down with me, right? Make sure you join the Nguza Saba Challenge. I am challenging you to take over your life. Take over your life one day at a time. That's right. So hell with Monday, hell with Tuesday, hell with Wednesday, hell with Thursday, hell with Friday, and up with Emoja, up with Kujichagulia, up with Ujima, up with Ujama. You don't need no Wooten Day. Although that's a code, like I told you, that is a code. I sacrifice myself unto myself. Code mythology. But that's not your mythology. It might come from yours, but it's not yours. So you don't need Wooten Day. That's Wednesday. That's like Wooten Day. No, you need Ujima. Today is the day of collective work and responsibility. Today is the day of respect. I have a calendar that I have posted up for January. I'm working on the February one on Friday. Hopefully this week I'll be able to get a brother in here who want to break down some of the astrological points of the calendar, connecting it directly to the first year Kwanzaa. We're going to talk about the cycles and all this stuff. Listen, I'm trying to put this so that you can have it big. But start defining your days. Take your power, right? Take your power, right? Because we try to do some marvelous, some great, gigantic things. And I'm saying, hey, it all starts with one step, right? You want to change your world, change how you think. When you change how you recite the days, when you change how you communicate the days to yourself, you will be surprised how much power you have. I need y'all to understand this, right? So today is Ujima. I say have a great Ujima day. Those that's been following me, my steps on YouTube, I'm late with the one for today. It's done. I just haven't released it yet. I'm going to release it. I'm also, for those that's interested in the knot that I got with the little holding thing right here, the little 3D knot I got right here, I did one for this one too. I got it. I got you. I'm not playing with this, y'all. I'm taking this all the way serious. We're going to take this whole streaming and podcasting to a whole nother level. While you out there, Sister Glow, you need to get your own podcast. If you need help, hit your brother up. But you go to Spreaker.com. You can set up your own Spreaker podcast. Because if you could watch me on this right here, you can start your own podcast. We got to be responsible. Collective work and responsibility. We have to take the responsibility to get the information out. Right? So now, also along with each day, I have set up a form. And it's right on, it's on my timeline, on my personal timeline, that the one that y'all on right now, as well as on Gye-Nyame Journey, the Facebook page. I set up a form where you can keep track of your own development on that. Those people that show that they're going to be committed to it for at least 7 days, I will give you a link to the spreadsheet. I just have to take out all the email addresses, because I don't want people just going through and using people's emails. So I'm going to separate the email addresses, and I will make the list available to you so you can see some of the struggles that other people are going through, so that we can start seeing we are more alike than we are different, right? We can each learn something from each other. Powerful, right? So now, let me give you my lesson for today on Gye-Nyame. Hold on. Class is in session for a brief moment. I know it's kind of early. Class in session. What I learned about Gye-Nyame today, right? So I'm looking at it, collective work and responsibility, Gye-Nyame, right? And I'm like, dang, the first thing I woke up with on my mind, because I wake up thinking about these things, because I gotta constantly remember what day it is, and I gotta fight the urge to say the day that I've been trained. You've been trained, right? You've been trained to oppress yourself, right? You've been trained, right? So let me tell you what happened. So the first thought that came is silence. The importance of silence in Gye-Nyame. I know a lot of y'all like silence. You know what I'm saying? You got to talk to work together. Yeah, but first you got to get silent and bring the 5 parts of yourself together to work as one, right? Which means you got to shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Be quiet and listen. Not just to other people, but to yourself. Listen to your heartbeat. Listen to the blood flow through your veins, your arteries. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your pulse. Listen to the buzzing that might be going on inside your head, or some of the stray voices that might be up in there. You got to learn to be quiet. And I'm starting to find that my people are scared of silence. But you can't be scared of silence on this journey. On Gye-Nyame journey, it's fear none but God, unless God and the omnipotence of God. You cannot fear silence. Because in the silence, right? In those silent moments, in those still moments, is when the polarities connect. I know y'all like, what, Brother Hatem? Listen. It's in between. It's in that little gap where the 2 extremes meet, where you find your power, where you find your greatness. Now, I know it sounds strange, right? But I want you to go back and I want you to look at some of our mythology. I want you to look at some of the stuff that our ancestors used to tell us about the breaking dawn, right? Think about this. Supposedly, the time when spirits are most active is either when the sun is just breaking or when the sun is just setting. Now, I have witnessed this myself when I was sitting out in the woods for Bleacher, right? So we go out there, and it's just now getting dark. And right at the edge of when the light is fading away, there's a stillness that falls over nature. I'm talking about a stillness. 1 minute the birds is chirping, then it just stopped. Crickets stop. Everything stopped at that moment. And it's a sacred moment. It's a powerful moment. And you notice it, and then a different sound frequency comes in. The sound of night. Then when the sun rises, because I sat out there, I had to sit out there, right? Sat all night. When the sun broke, right? You heard silence. 1 minute the night sounds was going, and then next thing you knew, boom, day sound started. Birds started chirping, and the daytime birds started chirping. It's incredible. But it's in those moments of silence where you find you. But unfortunately, there is demons at that moment of silence for most of us. We have been programmed. We have been cursed, in a sense, to have these demons waiting at the cave, right? Waiting at the cave of our silence that scare us, and as soon as we get there, something pops up and we have to run up out the cave. And I'm telling you, stop being scared. Fear none. That's why I say Gye-Nyame journey, right? Fear none. Fear none. But I mean, yeah, if God is for you, who could be against you? The demons have to bow to you when you know who you are. And once you get your personal demons to bow to you, the ones outside of you begin to bow to you. I'm trying to tell you. We on some different level shit here. I'm not playing, right? Y'all just think it's about Brother Hatim and working with with kids. I keep on trying to tell you, working with children is not. It's deeper than that. Y'all don't even understand, man. Y'all don't even understand all the work and all the time and all the effort that I have put into becoming who I am, right? You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I mean, listen. You have to go to those quiet moments. You have to be alone, and you have to face it. But when you come out on the other side, oh my God, it's magnificent. Then you could work collectively with anybody. You don't even have to agree with them. That's how incredible it is. That's how powerful and beautiful it is, because you become firm in you. I ain't gonna say you ain't gonna feel no unhappiness no more. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna feel no sadness. I'm not saying none of those things. But what I am telling you is that you will be able to deal with them, because you have dealt with those things that have been holding you down for so long. I'm going to have to go back out in the woods. And I'm going to have to go out and do another Blacher. And I'm going to do it with my family here, but I especially want to do it with my family in New Mexico. Oh my God. Listen. But that's a whole nother thing. But the other lesson that came to me, and I told y'all about this before, right? Collective work and responsibility is about relationship. First, once again, back to the relationship with yourself. The most important relationship. Most of us can't have good relationships with other people because we don't have good relationships with ourselves. Right? We can't figure out why it's not working with the significant other. We can't figure out why we can't keep friends. We can't figure it out when the fact of the matter is you have not established the relationship with the most important person, the most important thing. Some of y'all be like, it's God. See, but even the thing that's keeping you from connecting to your God in the way that you want to is the lack of your relationship with you. You are the most beautiful and the most powerful and the most perfect creation ever made. But yet, you avoid that relationship with yourself. You avoid it. And I'm saying stop. Stop. Just stop. Shut your mouth. Sit down. Shut up. Listen. Study you. You know, I used to cry about being by myself. Cry. Be sad. It's terrible. Especially during college. Oh my God. Because a lot of us, we pursue relationships to escape ourselves. I was one of those. We pursue relationships to escape ourselves. So now, getting back to the lesson of Ujima for the day that I learned today, right? This is what I'm telling y'all. You got to change the day of the weeks because you're looking at things different. You look at things different. If I was looking at Wooden Day, I'd be looking for Wooden shit, right? For those that don't know Wooden, Wednesday, that's what today is named. That's what they have named this day. But I have put the red, black, and green. I have claimed this with the red, black, and green, right? It's Ujima, right? And I'm sticking to it. But this is the other lesson, right? And I told y'all this before, those that listen to me. Relationship is like a three-legged stool. You got 4 parts to a three-legged stool. You got the stool that's on top, right? Then you got the 3 legs that come out. The stool that you sit on that supports your life and support your work is the relationships. The legs in the stool are the other 3 R's. So you got relationship here. The first leg of the stool is responsibility. You can't have relationship. You can't do Ujima without responsibility. Collective work of responsibility is in there. Because a collective is, for a collective, there has to be a relationship. And in that relationship, there has to be responsibility, which a lot of us avoid. A lot of us want to join organizations and just want to be part of it. We don't really want to take the responsibilities, right? So in a relationship, there's responsibility, the first star, the first leg in the stool that hold up relationship. But if it's just responsibility and relationship, you can't sit on it. A relationship can't be supported on that, so it falls over. Some of us are horrible at taking responsibility, but some of us are real good. We jump into a relationship and we take responsibility. We do a lot of shit. We do a lot of stuff. Woo, we keeping it going, and we don't understand why is it falling apart? Because the other two legs is missing from the stool of your relationship. What are the other two legs, Brother Hatem? The 3 R's. It's actually 4. Relationship. Responsibility is the second one. The next leg in the stool is respect, right? Which is powerful. So when you combine respect and responsibility, the relationship is a little bit better. But still, when you sit on it, you fall to the earth. See, because a lot of us good, we come in a relationship, we respecting her, my queen, my king, and we're very respectful, but then we still wonder why we by ourselves. Well, I'm by myself, I'm very respectful. I took responsibility. Why is it not working? It's not working because the third leg of the stool is not there, and the third leg of the stool is reciprocity. What? Yeah, what comes around goes around. This is a universal law that says we get what we put in, we get back what we put in. We get 7 times what we put in, at least 7 times. So a relationship is built upon reciprocity, a cycle, right? Give and take, give and take, give and take, give and take. And that's what a lot of us don't understand. When we put those 3 legs up under the relationship, it stands up good. We take responsibility. We practice respect. We expect and we practice reciprocity. What that means? That means I put into the relationship, but also I'm waiting to get back. Not just waiting to get back, I put in and I know it's coming back. So in order for a relationship to work, it has to be a reciprocal relationship. I give, you receive, you receive, you give. I give, you receive, you give. And it goes back and forth. And it's a cycle. We got to remember, in order to build, man, on this day of Ujima, right? Collective work and responsibility. We have to have strong, firm relationship. First with ourselves, and then second, when we got that strong relationship with ourselves, it's easy for us to get into relationships with others. It's easy for us to talk about nation building now. Why? Because we got relationships, right? And I know, because some of us come into relationship and we're so gung-ho, we take full responsibility. We show respect. And we give, and we wonder why it don't work. Because if you are the only one giving, you are not in a relationship. It's give and take, give and take, give and take, give and take. It's a cycle. Shouts out to Jarvey. Thanks for tuning in, little bro. Long time no see. Good to see you. All right. So, now, next up, I need to play a commercial. So, YouTube, y'all go on and sit tight for a minute. I am a Gye-Nyame man. I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent center. I pledge to find and connect with my center. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Gye-Nyame warrior and to assist all those seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, my teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame players that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitations within of the Gye-Nyame journey. Peace.
Too black, too strong.
Spreaker, sorry, Spreaker. Y'all ain't get to hear the ambrosia, so I'm gonna pour a little bit more so y'all can hear it out there in Spreaker land. It ain't fizzing as much. I apologize. I get excited with this ambrosia. Give me a second. I need to wipe off my computer before it mess up. Alright, so I don't have a production crew. I'm working on it. We'll get it together real soon. Or I'll master being able to do it all by myself. But of course, it's all about Ujima today. So I'm building my team. So we just had a meeting. And one of the most challenging things that I have is trying to teach young people how to meditate. Woo, boy. That's almost like trying to herd cats. Alright, so now let's look at some news. Alright. In the news. Here we go. Man. Anti-Trump protester tries to set himself on fire in Washington, D.C. Of course, y'all know one of my daughters is coming down here to try to steal my limelight, you know. This is from BNO News. I don't see a body on fire. They got something on fire, but let's read a little bit. Anti-Trump protester. She down here sipping up on the ambrosia. For those that want to call in, what's up, Ross the Boss? The number is 614-556-4535. We're about to hit the Proverbs in a second, but I'm looking at some of the news. They say there was a man protesting President-elect Donald Trump has been taken to a hospital after he tried to set himself on fire outside the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., just days before the businessman takes office. Sasha, move, girl.
Hi.
All right, that's all you had to say. All right. The incident happened at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday when several items were set on fire in front of Trump International Hotel in Pennsylvania Avenue, just a short distance from the White House. Several bangs were heard. I was trying to light myself on fire as an act of protest, to protest the fact that we're electing somebody who's completely incapable of respecting the Constitution of the United States, the man told NBC4, calling Trump a dictator. All right. Now, Donald Trump, the great pumpkin, right? Now, all right.
You voted for Donald Trump?
Oh God, here we go. My
No.
kids, My kids got political ideas already, you know what I'm saying? So now, this is the point. This is the question I ask. Isn't this how the Arab Spring started? Now, first off, I gotta ask the question about this protester's true intent. If he was gonna light himself on fire, right? How do you get stopped? Right? I mean, lighting yourself on fire for real is not really that hard. You know, I done seen people light themselves on fire on accident. Right? So you mean to tell me that you planned a protest and you was going to burn yourself alive to protest Trump, but yet you weren't able to do it? Excuse me, Sasha. Upstairs, baby. Upstairs, Gina. Alright? But you couldn't do it. Right? How do you mess up setting yourself on fire? It's a matter of getting an accelerant, putting it on yourself, and having the lighter in hand. They have lighters now. You don't have to do matches. Like back in the day when a dude set himself on fire outside of the president's window or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. Right? But I'm going to say this. That's how the urban spring started. I want y'all to remember that. Now, I'm reading a book called Road to Ruin. I told some of y'all about this book yesterday. It's a very good book, and he's setting up, this dude is writing a book telling how the financial elite are leading us down a road of destruction, right? And this fits into it because people are becoming so frustrated because they barely could make enough money to really live. I mean, we in America, we got it good. We're surviving, right? We're surviving, right? So the point being that a lot of us are so frustrated that one more crisis and it's on and popping. Now, like I posted on my timeline, I want y'all to look at the cycles of economics because everything is a cycle. Your ancestors taught you that. We watched it now. It was a cycle. You know what I'm saying? We did things on cycles. So we have to understand, right? Follow the cycles. Financial crash in my lifetime. 1987, 88. Another one, 1998. Y'all remember that one? Financial crash. 2008. Each one bigger than the other. Each one about 10 years apart. We in 2017. Last one was in 2008. I want y'all to do the math. Do the math. People are becoming dissatisfied. Have you noticed that even, because, you know, most of us on here talking right now, we don't have $100,000 in cash, right? But imagine you having money in the bank and you go to the bank and you try to withdraw and they tell you you can only withdraw so much. Don't sound right, do it? But I guarantee you, when you go to the bank and you take out more than $10,000 in cash, you are on the watch list. I'm just letting you know. And then when you try to take out $100,000 in cash, they're not going to let you. I want y'all to remember, Dr. Sebi wasn't stopped because he was bringing in drugs. Wasn't stopped because he had guns. He wasn't stopped because he was transporting young ladies for prostitution. He was stopped because he had $30,000 in cash. Now, nobody even said anything about the money being stolen. That has never came up. He was stopped because he had $30,000 in cash. Now, this is the question that people are asking. And for some reason, because we acting like sheep, we're not thinking. The question that people are asking is, what was he doing with $30,000 in cash? If it's your goddamn cash, no, it ain't nobody motherfucking business. What you doing with it? If it's your money, if it's really your money, whose business is it? What you got with it? You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody looking at me saying, why you wearing a Gye-Nyame chain? Motherfucker, it's mine. It's mine. If I got $30,000, I should be able to, if I want to carry it all in my drawers, right? I should have the right to do that. But no, it's not your money. And y'all have to understand you're being trained for that. Why? Because the next crisis, each crisis that happened was bigger than the last. This one, not saying that it's going to happen, but the next crisis that is being predicted, the next crisis that look like is on the cycle, that look like it's coming, is going to be bigger than the one in 2008, which means they are going to close the ATMs. Already, you can see the domino effect. Y'all heard about Greece? Y'all heard about India? Y'all heard about Brexit? Huh? And the shit that's about to go down over there? Right? The European Union is falling apart. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff is designed because they got to control the money. And once they lose control of the money, guess what? That's why they putting somebody like Donald Trump up in there, y'all. This is why somebody like Donald Trump is up in there, right? Because when it collapses, they need a fall guy. They need somebody that's going to be able to talk confident to the people when he know that everything is on fucking fire. Donald Trump will come out, oh, it's great, everything is good. You know, I'm going to be the greatest job producing president that the world has ever seen. You know what I'm saying? That's called bravado, right? And when we get into a place where people are unsure, right, and start losing belief in America and the currency, right? Because and I keep telling y'all, right? This is why I say y'all need to study your principles. It is purely Imani that keeps money flowing. This money, this paper is Imani. It's based on belief. It's based on your confidence in it. That's it. So when this shit does fall, right? I hope that you have a tribe. My signal is weak. They're going to cut me off. I just need y'all to know. They're going to cut me off. Right? Those that want to call in, hit me up at 614-556-4535. Once again, that's 614-556-4535. Right? And if it does happen, this is why I keep telling my family, listen to me. We have to start learning to practice Ujima. We have to start practicing our principles. This is why. Because if shit hits the fan, we have to know who is friend and who is foe. Right? We may have to be able to spend 3 or 4 days out in the woods. Because I'm telling you right now, the worst place to be when if the cash machines stop working, is in the city. I'm getting me and them little girls you just saw, they know how to be quiet when I'm serious. We getting in a vehicle and we're going somewhere where there's not a lot of people. Because when people can't get access to money that they have been working their whole life, it's going to get dangerous. And y'all have to understand that. This is why I keep talking to y'all about tribe, right? That's why I don't care how many people. I just need loyal people. I need family. I need people that I could depend on. I need to be able to have a place where I can hide my kids when I need to, right? When we could put our kids together and we could get out and we could get our hustle on, because it's, you know what I'm saying, you never know when it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They have already shown us that it's going to happen. Somebody reminded me, those of you that's in Columbus, I want y'all to think back, maybe Cleve was 4 years old. It was a big storm, a big hurricane, and the hurricane reached all the way up into Columbus, Ohio. Do y'all remember that? And it knocked out all the electricity. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember it was dark on the east side and the north side of Columbus? And the ATM machine stopped working. The police was on call for 24 hours because they was afraid mayhem was going to break out. But fortunately, it didn't happen on the 28th of the month, because that shit would have went down. Maybe it was. I don't know. But you know, y'all have to. We have to get ready, family. Shouts out to my cousin Christopher. Good to see you, cuz. All right, now. This is why I keep on telling y'all. When I say we go into the woods, I have enough equipment for at least 60 people. And I'm trying to get more. Why? Because we need to learn some basic skills. Not that we need to live out there. I ain't saying we got to go out there and stay out there. But what I'm saying is we got to start learning some basic skills. We got to know how to sleep out there. Because you never know when you might have to. You never know when electricity going to go out in the house. Hell, we need, those of us that live in Ohio, we need to learn to do some cold weather camping. Because this shit is liable to happen in around December. Between December and February. You know what I'm saying? Because they will do it like that to make sure that your ass is where they can get you. Where they can control you. Start thinking. Right? Alright. Now, back to this dude. So this dude couldn't set himself on fire. An incompetent protester. This is what we dealt with, right? So we got the great pumpkin as president. We got a man trying to set yourself on fire. Trying? How do you try to set yourself on fire? Either you set yourself on fire or you don't. Yoda said it best. There is no try. Either you do or you don't do. Dude, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't stop you from doing that shit. You already set fire to stuff. All you had to do was have the gas on yourself and be ready. And when that shit started burning, to really do is jump into it. See, but, this is mental games, right? Because they trying to see how far people are willing to go. So far we know, that's a plant. That wasn't even real, right? That's why, I'm pretty skeptical about a lot of this news, right? But, hey, it's good. All right. I got one more. No, I got two more stories, and then we're gonna get into the cook and janitor of nursing home kept working without pay. They say, let's go to it, and I just did some good news. They say if we left, they wouldn't have nobody. It's a brother and a black brother and a brown brother that stuck around a nursing home and worked for free because if they left, they felt that the people would have no. You know what I'm saying? And I want to salute that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's that spirit. You know what I'm saying? That spirit of love. And it's good to know that is still out there. You know what I'm saying? Especially during these times that we may be moving up into. I ain't gonna read the story, but that's on my timeline. If you're interested in reading it, it is from newscdn.newsrep.net. All right. Last thing, scientists identify origin of HIV pandemic, and if I'm correct from my memory from reading this, they said that the origin was in Kinshasa, Africa. Of course, right? Of course, they blame you. Every last one of y'all on my timeline, all three of you, or however was on here, they blaming your black ass, right? In the Congo, Kinshasa, the capital of Democratic Republic of Congo, is where the HIV pandemic started. Yeah, you believe that, right? I just wanted to share this, and I'm sharing this one to toast up my ancestor, Nomo X, who told us a long time ago, as in Nomo X voice, that's some bullshit. Right? I'm just telling y'all. My elder prepared me for a lot of this shit. See, and we got to we got to toast up. We got to toast up our elders and our ancestors, man, because they be preparing us and we don't even know it. Nomo was lecturing about this shit, about them saying this and getting us ready way back in the day. He told us about Ebola. He told us about this. He told us about the plot of all this shit and how it was designed to instill fear within us, and how it was going to separate the community, and how they was going to say that all this shit came up out of Africa, so deep down in people's heart they would have a fear of dark-skinned people. And boy, did it work. Because a lot of y'all scared of us. Especially them darker ones like me, boy. I'm trying. Look, I can't wait for the sun to come out. I'm trying to be as black as some of this black hair on my beard. I want to be so black that you can't tell where the hair starts and my skin stops. That's how black I want to be, right? I just love it. I see somebody blacker than me, I get jealous. I get mad. You know what I'm saying? I want to throw something at them. I'm mad. That's how dark. I see a black crayon, I step on that motherfucker out of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? That's how in love I am with my skin, and I just want it to be blacker. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. All right. On to the Proverbs. Call in lines. Call in 614-556. Somebody hit me on the chat. Silent equal. Uh-oh. Of course, Mr. Devin Shaw. Mr. Devin Shaw is on the Traveler Brother D hit me up. He said silent. And in silent you have the word listen. Man, listen. Like I said, dog, my tribe is dope. Listen, we done got to a level where Big Bro could be like, make it happen, and brothers is magical, right? I got a whole story around make it happen. Y'all got to check that out, right? Make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And we sit around, we laugh about that now, but it's like, yo, I remember royalty one time. I remember one time we had 5 extra kids for Simba, and you know, and we was minus on money, and I just looked at him. He said, "Man, I just said, shut up, make it happen." And he just looked at me and giggled and walked away. And we took 10 extra. See, y'all don't even understand your power, right? This is why we have to get back to true mentors. Well, not even, see, because mentor comes from the Greek piece, which was, we got to get back to the apprenticeship thing, right? The student apprentice, the master apprentice piece, right? Because we are, a lot of our energy we're misdirecting, we're misguiding. We're going to talk about that in the Proverbs, so I'm going to get to the Proverbs. But we're misguiding energy. The energy that we use to cheer on these football games is energy that we are throwing out that's wasted. On basketball games, we're throwing out, we're wasting. At the strip clubs, we're throwing out and wasted. At the club, listening to some of this bullshit music, that's wasted energy. And I'm not just talking about wasting in the way to where we get tired. That's spiritual enthusiasm, inspiration, that in spirit, that energy within us, we waste it, right? And as black people, for us, that's a very powerful spirit, because it is the driving force that has pushed us through when we wasn't supposed to survive. Brother Devin Shaw just hit me up again on Spreaker. He said, in the African culture, Gye-Nyame is a title of distinction. The word Gye-Nyame has been translated to English as meaning hero, warrior, soldier, courage, strength, and protection of our culture, land and people and elder. Gye-Nyame, a Gye-Nyame, right? Hey, you know what I'm saying? So you need to get you a Gye-Nyame in your life, right? Because, and this is what the master apprenticeship relationship does. It forces the student to push himself beyond what he thought he could do and beyond what his master thought he could do. Oh, Gye-Nyame is the answer to mentor. Gye-Nyame, I like that. Gye-Nyame, right. Hey, so put that down. That's going to have to be something we put into our lore. You know what I'm saying? So go and make it happen. God damn it, make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I need a book by tomorrow. Make it happen. All right? Want to be using that word by tomorrow. You know, need it on the lips of 100,000. Make it happen. Gye-Nyame. All right. That's the Traveler Brother D. I don't think he joined it. He ain't joined us. So it looked like I'm on a solo mission tonight, but y'all know I don't mind. So Anybody, 614-556-4535. So now we're moving into a new chapter in African Openings to the Tree of Life. I suggest everybody get it. I don't get any financial boosting from this company. This is a powerful book. This is one of the best books. All right? All right. Somebody texted me. I had to read it. I'm sorry. One of the greatest books I ever ran across. We are in chapter 6. And it's Establishing Life Through Rhythms. Establishing life through life's rhythms. So, I'm going to read the introductory proverb, and then we'll get into the next 3. And if somebody want to talk about the introductory proverb, you just let me know. It is danced, and a chance is given to others. That's Zulu. It is danced, and a chance is given to others. That's the introductory proverb from the Zulus. Proverb number 1. Energy flows in stages and cycles, say the knowledge holders. What I just what? I study my shit. Hold on, I gotta take a drink on that one. That ambrosia, that cool, refreshing drink. I just love sipping this shit, boy. I know they say you shouldn't get high on your own supply, but does that apply when you make it? All right. Next one. Birth is always the emergence of energy, say the knowledge holders. Spirit emerges at birth. Now this ties back into some of the proverbs in the past, right? Next one. And last one for today. What's up, Steph? Say the knowledge holders. Each phase must be seen as a preparation for another phase. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, where my siren? Where my stuff at? It's about to go down. It's about to go down. Class is in session. Alright, so now, somebody that's out there that's listening, type in 1, 2, 3, or 4. And that will be the proverb that I start with. I will give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Don't make me type it in. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I guess nobody is watching. 4. Okay. Woo. Saved me, Steph. Thank you. Here we go. Say the knowledge holders. Each phase must be seen as a preparation for another phase. So, now, first off, they already talking about cycle and stages, right? Said phase. Each phase should be seen. It says must. Each phase must be seen as preparation for another phase. So when we are involved with a lesson in life, see, now first off, in the player's pyramid, I talk about life being a game, right? It's a very serious game. It's serious, but it's a game. And in every game, there are phases, right? That means you make it through a challenge, a phase. We have to start realizing that every phase we go through is preparation for the next phase. Every initiation that we go through. And what's the initiation, Brother Hatim? Initiation, all right. The phases go like this. A whole phase. This is how you complete a phase, right? A phase is first, we talk about all the time, is rites of passage. This is the same science. Boom. Simple. There's a call. One. There's a call. A challenge. A mistake. An accident. Where you will end up in a certain situation. And you have to respond. Either you could take the call or you could reject it. But in most cases, even when you reject it, that's accepting you that you're going through the phase. You're going to go through it regardless. Next is separation. You're separated from what you know. You put in a uncomfortable situation, a different situation, a new situation, and you have an opportunity at that point in time to start learning something new. Now, once the lessons start, that is the initiation. And an initiation, there's always some form of ritualized death. There's some form of your death and resurrection. So whether it's a breakup, death, and you recover, resurrection. Test, you symbolically die, and then after the test, you rise again. You know what I'm saying? This death and resurrection piece is a constant motif in our lives that we have to monitor. We have to watch. See, because a lot of times we don't realize that it's a symbolic death for us. And what always happens in the myth in the myth world, in the initiation world, is that once you die, you always are resurrected. But when you're resurrected, you're always resurrected better. That's where a lot of people fall off at, right? Because they stay stuck in being dead. They stay stuck in their sorrow. They stay stuck in their depression. They stay stuck. Why? Because it's easier to stay stuck. Because I'm already confused. I'm already lost. I already don't remember. So I just stay dead. Right? I just lay there. I give up. Right? And that's when you're supposed to push through. That's when you're supposed to resurrect yourself. Put your pieces back together. Reassemble the pieces that have been cut up. Sasha, if you don't go to bed,
I'm gonna get Gina dog.
Gina gonna get you in trouble. Yeah, Gina gonna get you in trouble. To bed. So that's that initiation phase, that death and that resurrection. After the resurrection, there's a reintroduction to society. When you go back to society as a new being with new information. Same process. That's what our kids are supposed to go through. That's what we're supposed to go through in midlife crisis. That's what we're supposed to go through when we become an elder. That's what we're supposed to go through in all these. That's the whole symbology of school. When you go to school, you're separated from the rest of the world, supposedly, and you're brought into a new situation where you have to learn the rules. You have to learn how to do stuff. You are constantly tested, and you constantly have to resurrect yourself, and you resurrect yourself, and you resurrect yourself till finally you are able to pass through and graduate. Same thing with fraternities and sororities, right? So now back to this piece. It says each phase must be seen as a preparation for the next phase. The separation phase, the call phase, prepares you for the separation phase. The separation phase prepares you for the initiation phase. The initiation phase prepares you for the reintroduction phase. The reintroduction phase prepares you for the call phase. The call phase prepares you for the separation phase. The separation phase prepares you for the initiation phase. The initiation phase prepares you for the reintroduction phase. The reintroduction phase prepares you for, and it's an ongoing cycle. But we, in each level, we supposed to be moving higher and higher and higher. But what it appears to look like in our communities is that a lot of us are being initiated into lower levels of fuckery. Oh my God! You get a strike on that. Many of us are being initiated to lower levels of fuckery. Right? You know what I'm saying? So the whole point is that we have to start looking at the phases of our life. And most of us don't realize when we're going through the phases. This is why I keep, and I'm going to keep going back to this. We have to start embracing our culture. One of the first phases for that I'm working on right now is giving people the Nguzo Saba, and saying, hey, make this a daily thing. I know people did it before. I don't know if anybody ever did it like I'm doing it right now. Today is Ujima. Take each principle, one principle per day. Work on them. Each principle per day. Why? Because it gets you to start looking at the world different. When you're able to start looking at the world with new eyes, you're able to see things that you couldn't see before. Many of us have not been trained to recognize what phase we in. Some of y'all right now in the initiation phase thinking you are in the reintroduction phase. Thinking you walking across the goddamn stage when you being hacked to pieces. Some of y'all think y'all being initiated, but y'all just in the separation phase. Some of y'all think y'all in the separation phase, but you actually just in the you don't even know where the fuck you are in your life. Many of us, right? We're confused because we don't have on our cultural glasses. We can't read the cultural clues. We can't see the cultural context. How it relates to us. We're seeing how it relates to everybody else, but we're not seeing how the world and reality is relating with us and how we're shaping and forming reality. So when we start understanding that each phase is a preparation for the next phase, it must be seen. It don't say it should be seen. Each phase must be seen as a preparation for another phase. So that means that in each phase, if I want to go to the highest levels of life, I got to go hard, right? I got to get my hustle on in every last phase. Many of us is half hustling. We hustling backwards, right? Many of us looking for free handouts. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are like the boy. Some of us are like the boy from the story yesterday. But the only difference is that many of us are not caught in the river. We're asking for help, and we don't realize that the water we in is not as deep as we think. We're too scared to put our feet down and stand the fuck up. Stand up. Go hard. Embrace where you are in your life. Suffer the pain. If you being hacked to pieces, God damn it, go out fighting. Right? Let the pieces fall where they may. But know that you will be resurrected tomorrow. It's only through the pain and suffering that we can become who we are meant to be. Right? The road to our greatness, the road to who you are going to be is based on your pain and suffering. And I know that sounds fucked up, but really, when you think about it, it's not. We're going to get back, because I'm going to go back to one of these proverbs to prove my point. Right? Name a part of life that's worth having that does not come with pain. Please. That pain didn't precede it. Some type of suffering did not precede it. We are avoiding the very things that make us great. But yet we say we want to be great. We say we want to be a nation. We say we want to move beyond the issues that we're dealing with. But we're not willing to deal where we are. Do you know where you are right now? Right now, we are in the initiation phase. We have already been separated. As a people, we are in the initiation phase, and we're being hacked and hacked and hacked. Many of us want to act as a people like we have arrived at the reintroduction phase. No, we are in the initiation phase. And in initiation, we have to be able to resurrect. And what does that mean? We have to pull a SARS body back together. I said, where you at? I said, where you at? For those that don't know, ISIS, where you at? So, said the knowledge holder, each phase must be seen as preparation for another phase. So when we look at that one, we realize that we have to go hard in these phases. All right. So Sister J My fault. Miss Ross the boss says number 3. So I'm going to do 3 next. 1, 2, 3. Birth is always the emergence of energy. That goes right back to what I said about pain. Spirit emerges at birth. Birth is always the emergence of energy. Now, whenever we give birth, because we always give birth, you know what I'm saying? We always give birth. You know what I'm saying? Ideas are giving birth. And the labor pains are real with that. Right? I'm struggling right now to give birth to this book. This motherfucker will not come. I'm pushing. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get through the editing phase. I'm pushing. It won't come. Right? You know what I'm saying? Many ladies out, because there's mostly ladies out there. All of y'all are mothers. You already know that it's energy born when you push your energy out. Right? But we rob ourselves because we have been taught to see ourselves as flesh. Right? Why? Because at one point in time, because I want y'all to clearly understand this whole flesh piece, far as us, was brought on us. Right? Brought on us through this whole slavery piece. Because when you was born, you were seen and counted as a piece of flesh. Right? Not as spirit. The flesh. Right? That's how they counted us. That's how they made money from us. They made money from the flesh by what we could do. So we adopted that. So we treat ourselves and we treat our children as flesh, as material. And if those of you that are paying attention, in the last week or last 2 weeks maybe, there was a proverb that says, a child. I gotta go back and find that. Y'all got to hear this one. The child seen as material is denied life. The child seen as material cannot be raised. How about the grown up? How about the grown up that was raised as material? Most of us was raised as material, not a spirit. Right? So we connect more with, like I told the kids today, you know, when I was trying to teach you meditation, I said, listen, I'm trying to get y'all to a point early in your life where you own your body. Not that your body own you. Most of it exists where our bodies own us. My body hungry, I gotta eat. My body itch, I gotta scratch. My body want to talk, I gotta go and talk. I gotta move around. Our children are being run by their bodies because they have been taught that they are spirit, that they are flesh, they are material. So the material runs things. It's all about the money. It's all about the bling. You hear it on the radio. It's all about how big your ass is, and you got to have the voluptuous body, and you know it's all about how you look. It's all about material, and because it's all about material, right? Our children don't learn to control their bodies. They don't learn to. They become slaves to their bodies, right? So now all our enemy got to do is get our body addicted to things, and we are going to work to get those things. Y'all understand me, right? I hope y'all feeling me on this one, right? So, say the knowledge holders. Where is it? 1, 2, 3. Birth is always the emergence of energy. So when we give birth, energy emerges from us, and we have to treat the energy in a certain way, right? We got to recognize the energy, not just the package that it comes in. Like many of us, we have Christmas gifts. Our bodies are Christmas gifts from the Creator, right? For lack of a better term, that we have never took out of the package. I didn't mean to do that. That was dope. You got them in. We got these gifts inside this package that we have never opened. We're just admiring the package. Some of us, I'm 40 years old, still admiring the damn package. Ooh, that's a good package, boy. That package holding together. I have yet to open up the box to see what's in it. And some of y'all are in the same position that I am in right now. Open the box. We need to start opening the box. And that's about going back, getting silent, and learning to listen so that we can understand what's in this. Because it's bigger than this. It's bigger than your social security number. It's bigger than your phone number. It's bigger than your cell phone. It's bigger than your car. It's bigger than your house. It's bigger than your career. It's all that shit, all of these wrappings that we just keep on putting on top of the package, trying to hold the package together. When in fact, we haven't went inside to see what's really in the package. And that's the challenge for those of us on the journey. That's why people, I gotta be like, it's Gye-Nyame, yo, it's Gye-Nyame, yo, it's Gye-Nyame. Then we ask the kids, what is Gye-Nyame? Gye-Nyame. What does Gye-Nyame mean? Gye-Nyame means friend number God. What else? The omnipotence of God. What else? Boom, boom. Beat it into the young heads. Why? Because we want them to understand, right? That they are connected to something bigger than everything else. So when they finally get the nerve and are forced through the rites of passage system to travel inward, we got a whole different generation coming. You know, and I'm going to stay alive long enough to help guide some of them. You know what I'm saying? I had elders, right? So I am where I am because my elders took time with me. I'm taking time with these ones, right? These ones going to be on a whole nother level, right? Because my elders have already tasked me with I have to do better than I have to do more than them. Like I used to tell one of my brothers, he loved Marcus Garvey. I said, dude, if we don't reach more people than Marcus Garvey, we deserve to burn in hell. With all this technology, and I said that 20 years ago before the internet. With all the technology we got, if we don't reach more people than Marcus Garvey did, then we deserve to burn in hell. I'm just saying. With Facebook Live and Spreaker and I mean shit. There's no reason why we can't reach more of our people than any other leader before us. So the second part of that says, say the knowledge holders. Spirit emerges at birth. Spirit emerges at birth. So when we give birth, it's spirit. Not just the thoughts, but also our children. Spirits. This is why in African traditions, they would sit with the child. Only the family would sit with the child for long periods of time so that the child would identify who he is to the elders. So it wasn't about the parents doing like we do, putting ridiculous ass names on our kids. We used to let the child let us know who they were by us getting to know this child so that we would know what energy, what spirit had come through our family. We are so far off. But as they say, culture cures. Now I ain't gonna hold y'all up. I ain't gonna be able to finish the rest of them. But y'all get the basic idea. I'm gonna mark where we are. All those people that's out there that took the time, I want to thank you for tuning in. Make sure you take the Nguzo Saba challenge. I'm gonna post it up on my Spreaker page for those who might not know. I'm gonna post it up on the Spreaker page as well so that y'all can get it on Spreaker. I'm sorry it took me so long. I'm gonna post the shows tonight. Well, I'm gonna try. Alright. Oh man, Spreaker, why y'all do this shit to me? I don't understand why y'all just keep doing shit like this to me. There you go. Oh, okay. I figured out how to work. Boom. All right. All right. So now, I want to thank everybody. I toast all of y'all. I drink to y'all health. Hopefully y'all drink it to mine. All right. This is Brother Hatim, and I am out.